Okay. Hello, world, fellow Tunisians. My name is Amahaotu from Lagos, Nigeria. And you can see that today I have beside me a young man. His name is Chigozie Uzo. He's also a Tunisian. He's here today to assist me because I have bad eyes. I went to eye clinic this morning and they put some drops into my eyes. I can't see anything at all. So he's here to navigate through the YouTube so that the broadcast will be successful. As I agreed, I should have done this tutorial for live streaming on YouTube yesterday, but I had to quickly go into the wonderful blog admin put up yesterday, telling us of the wonderful promotion going on now, which every one of us should key into. He went into details explaining what benefits we have derived from getting on board and taking part in this promotion. It's a wonderful thing, and grace to the more grace to the elbow of our admin. So today, let's go straight to how to start off streaming and broadcasting on YouTube, so that you become a broadcaster for TBC, because admin wants as many of us as possible to be broadcasters, up to 1,000 people or more. So please, you pay attention. It's a very simple procedure. First and foremost, so yeah, this is my wife talking now. Yeah. Okay. So that was just my wife. We were speaking in German language. I can also broadcast in German if need be, but for now I broadcast in English. So the most important thing first is that you have to have a Gmail account. I am sure the account you are using to operate your web wallet and your Crinkle Cash back office is a Gmail account. Those of us who have been on Yahoo Mail, please, you have to create a Gmail account so that you'll be able to have a smooth ride with this broadcasting by streaming on YouTube. So if you have your Gmail account, as you normally open your email box, your Gmail email box. When you open it, at the right-hand corner, you will see my account. It's a button that has a blue color at the topmost corner of your screen. If you click on it, my account, you will get a new page. No, don't go back. Okay. And on that new page, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. The one in the middle will indicate where your picture should be. And then on the extreme right, the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth button is a YouTube icon. If you click on that YouTube icon, if you click on it, you get into a page again, which is your YouTube, I mean, not your YouTube, your Gmail account, just like you have your Facebook account. You have all sorts of things there. You can calibrate it to do what you do, like in Facebook. So that is your Gmail account. And on that Gmail account, at the extreme end of it again, on the right hand side, you have a blue button, among other buttons. If you click on it, it will bring out a drop-down menu. And among the drop-down menu, you have, can you read what is there?
Yes, you have my channel, paid membership, Creator Studio, switch account, sign out. And if you want to use the dark theme, you either turn off your dark theme or turn it on. You have the language settings, you have the settings, the help, and the send feedback.
Cool. If you have that drop-down menu, you have the first one is my channel, isn't it?
Yes.
So if you click on your channel, it will show all the channels you have broadcasted before, all the YouTube you must have posted during the testimonials. It will show you all that. But for you to do live streaming, you go into Creator Studio, which is the third button on that drop menu. Creator Studio. If you click on the Creator Studio, it will take you straight into the environment of streaming. You'll be on the environment of streaming. Now, if you go on the left-hand side of that of your screen, you see all sorts of menu now. Can you read what is that?
That's the YouTube Studio Beta, the dashboard, the video manager, live streaming, community channel, analytics, translation and transcription.
Good.
Great.
Good. And then in the middle, you have your name and all that. On the right hand side, you still have another blue button there. So, but that is not interesting to you. While you are practicing the streaming, you can study all those buttons and you click on them around and you see what they all do. But for you, the most important thing is the menu on the left-hand side of your screen. The left-hand side of your screen. If you go to the left-hand side of the screen, you go to live. What is it here?
Live streaming.
Live streaming. So you go there and you click. So when you click there, normally for the first time, you will have to calibrate your live streaming. They will ask you some questions, ask you your phone number. They will either phone you or send you text and give you a code. With that code now, you click, you type in those 6 code and then submit. When you submit, you will see 24 hours. You cannot go streaming immediately. You will have to stay for 24 hours before you can start streaming. Because it is there, during that time, they will set up your encoder and all sorts of things. So that is what happens at that stage. Then the following day, after 24 hours, if you go there, then if you go to your YouTube again, my account, and then Creator Studio, and then go to streaming, you can now begin to do the real streaming operation. And the real streaming operation is when you go and click on, what is this?
On live streaming.
On live streaming. If you click on it, you will see under it, you see events, you see
stream down
and all that, and camera. But now what is important for you is events. But before you choose events, you must go back to your Crinkle back office. Please listen very attentively. You must go back to your Crinkle back office and then go to send button. If you click on your send button, a drop menu will come out. You will see send button meeting. You see all sorts of things there. And one of the things you see is schedule broadcast schedule. You click on broadcast schedule, it will take you into the table of broadcast and how it is scheduled. You will not look at the one that is free, because there are a lot of schedule have been taken up or will be taken up by the brokers that are already there, brokers that are there. This is not daily. If you schedule one day, you cannot say that position is permanent for you. No. You must always go every day and schedule when you want to broadcast the next day. So, and the time on that scheduling is Pacific time. So, for example, I always like to choose 6:30 to 7 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2:30 to 3 o'clock my own Nigerian time. So you will check in that list and see the scheduling that is free. If you click the one that suits your time and the period you want to broadcast or stream, you click on it, it will take you to another page again. And on that page is when you are now going to tell TBC that you are really serious to do the scheduling. So, and now when you have done that, you have gotten the time you want to do scheduling, you come back to your streaming. You come back to YouTube, to your streaming where you have, you know, the buttons are all there. So when you click on one, you work on that, and then you click on the other one, you go back to it. So you go back to your streaming, and at your streaming now, at event, you click on event, it will bring out how to create the event. On the event, you see, are you streaming today, right now? But since it's an event and you want to broadcast the next day, or even that same day, if you are come early and chosen, you can now say today, but you fix the time. You fix the time, you write the date, you click there, positions there for date, time, beginning and end. You click on them and fix the date and time you want. When you have done all that, of course, you will write your title, you will describe what it is under, you describe everything in details, and then you see where you have to create the event. There are two buttons, one up, one down on the same page. If you click it,
Go live.
they are not going live. It will, you have scheduled the time. You have scheduled the time you want to carry out the event. But now the important thing is when you have clicked that, you go down to the what do you call that bar? The bar on top.
The link.
Yeah, the link. You go up.
Copy the link.
Yes, you copy the URL. You copy the link. You copy it. You go there. You click on it to be blue, and then you get copy or paste or anything. You click copy. Now, when you have copied it, you go back to your critical cache back office again. At that point where you left off, you have picked a time and you have gone into the area where you want to submit now that you are going to broadcast at that time. So there you see, enter the URL of your broadcast, because it is there that other members of TBC will see you and they join you, and then you discuss live and they ask questions in the chat office, the chat room, and then you answer the questions, and then you know what your downline or people listening to you want to do. And I'm sure admin listens to every one of our broadcasts and knows whether it is genuine, is proper, before you can accept that your broadcast is okay, and then you have become a broadcaster. So you enter that link into that space at your back office. When you have entered it, then there's another space to say in which language you want to broadcast. As I was joking at the beginning, my wife is a German. I can speak German. I studied in Germany. If I want to broadcast in German, I will write. When you click it, you bring up the languages that are available now. It's not every language that you can broadcast in. Like my native language, which is Igbo in Nigeria, I cannot broadcast in it because it's not in that list yet. But I hope that when admin sees now that many of us have come into broadcasting, it will now include all those our native languages so that we can talk to our people and broadcast in our own native languages. But for now, you have German, you have Spanish, you have French and all that. You have English. So you go into that list and enter which language you want to broadcast, because they're going to advertise it so that people who speak the same language with you will watch a video, come up and discuss with you during your live program. So when you have done that, you have entered your URL from YouTube, from your Hangout YouTube, and then you put the language you are going to broadcast in, then you submit. When you submit, that schedule will appear. What will appear now is delete. Then you know that it has been accepted that you are going to broadcast. Delete is in case you change your mind again that you don't want to broadcast, you can delete it and everything will be on schedule again and another person can pick it up. That is on this major broadcasting area. But you have the support broadcasters on the right-hand side. You see a lot of spaces there. I'm sure those are the spaces that admin wants all of us to all take up immediately. Those are also broadcasts. So if the time here does not suit you, you can go over to the other side and pick up one schedule on that support area. You're also a broadcaster. Admin takes yourself as a broadcaster. So these things are available, two of them are available at the same time. In case somebody misses this one and they want to watch that, they will watch that. So that's what's happened. But there's something I forgot to mention at the YouTube streaming area. That is Hangouts. When our leader, Randy Wilson, was also, please, I'm not the first to do this tutorial. You go and watch Randy Williams' own tutorial. It is there. That is where I even learned how to really start to do this streaming. I've been trying it for many, many weeks. I couldn't get it right. But when I listened and watched the voice of BBC, Randy Williams, I was able to now know where my fault was. And my fault was at the live streaming Hangout. Hangout is where the live streaming takes place, but it is in YouTube. So the old version I think I have on my laptop, you have to go there and click Start Hangout. It's only when you click on Start Hangout that their streaming comes alive. If not, it will be writing offline. But when you go to start broadcasting and then you click on Hangout, you go live. And then it will show you live. When you want to start, you start. And that is where you can also end the broadcasting. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what the assignment I've taken today. I have some more time. So, as I see now, nobody is watching my video yet. I hope in future people will start watching it. I want to go back to the assignment given to us by admin. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you know that migration is still going on. They gave us 90 days from the day it started at the beginning of June. So we don't rush to migrate, especially those of you. Okay, redemption period is over. It was over on the 15th of June. It was over at the end of May, but admin was magnanimous and saw that a lot of people had backlog of things, transactions they were doing. and they wanted to give an opportunity to redeem their cookies. So it extended it to 15th, and 15th has come and passed. So all the cookies you're still going to acquire now, you will still redeem them in November. So there's no rush, there's no problem. If you couldn't redeem your cookies, you don't need to bother yourself. In November, you have very good opportunity to redeem your cookies. And the way I've seen admin working, I'm sure November redemption is also going to be the end of it, because he's a very kind human being. He sees the struggling some of us, the very active ones, are doing, and he wants to compensate them. So probably after November, he will also set another time for another redemption. So you don't hurry for redemption, but please, you must gradually begin to migrate, because if you don't migrate, you may naturally lose your wallet, the old wallet. You have to go and migrate now, but you know they have to migrate now on their back office. You have migration. When you click there, you have to answer 10 questions. They are not difficult questions, but that will tell us that we are a genuine member of TBC, somebody who has come with open mind and heart to create abundance for the downtrodden people of this world. You want to join admin to bring that dream to pass, to bring to fruition, that majority of the people have something to eat and they are not manipulated by powers that be. All these hawks who have cornered our commonwealth in the world and have made us their slaves by doling out whatever they want us to do, deciding our fate. The day they want to bring one kobo, they bring out a kobo or a dollar. And the day they don't like, they crash it, and everybody, one of us becomes a poor man again, and we start afresh. So please, if you have not migrated and you have already got your old wallet, you can migrate. But when they answer the 10 questions correctly, even if you answer anyone wrong, there are always A and B of the answers, and they will show you that it's wrong. Then you go answer B. But please, you answer it with the whole of your mind. You try to understand what the question is and imbibe the answer you have given. You have to imbibe it and make it part of your life in TBC. TBC is a movement. As far as I'm concerned, it's a movement that will change this world. Where 1 billion people agree to do something, it's a big show, it's a very big thing. So you be a good member of TBC, answer those questions and submit. But please don't expect that your new wallet will come immediately. No. You can imagine more than 3 million people submitting daily their migration, and not only migration, doing other transactions, because transactions are still going on. The speed of our new wallet now is unbelievable. One of our leaders, what's his name now? Forgotten his name now. Showed us how fast our transactions work now. I think it's the fastest in the world. Apart from all those old ones like the ones handling foreign exchange and all that. Our TBC transaction is very, very fast. Within 1 to 3 minutes, you have completed your transaction. So please, you do your migration now, you submit it, and it take 1 or 2, 3 days, and then they will tell you that one new wallet is up. Your whole coins from the old wallet is transferred to the new one, including your cookies, if you have redeemed them. So please go and migrate and be careful. So I don't know how much time I still have. I have 6 more minutes, which is an ample opportunity to remind us again my brothers and sisters of TBC, that we have one job. I keep on saying on all my broadcasts, our job is to bring in more people into TBC, get more referrals. And as you are doing this, you are rewarded. You are not working for nothing. Admin is the only person I know in this organization that's working for nothing. Probably his own reward is in heaven, because I'm sure God is looking at him and counting him as one of his best human beings on earth. Because he's not thinking for himself, he's thinking for all of us. He's trying to solve our problems that have made us to become inhuman and have made us not to be what God wants us to be. Because God has created us and created abundance in this world. And the few people who are crafty have cornered it and decided that 98% of us will become their slaves. And now the admin has decided that no. And God has given him that vision to change the whole situation worldwide, create abundance worldwide. And our own job as members of TBC is to make sure this thing gets to the nooks and crannies of this world, to everybody. Those of us who are on the base of this pyramid, where the few have put us, to get them in, and they get, even admin has created promotion till the 21st of July, where instead of 25,000 crinkles, they will get now 1,250 crinkles, ladies and gentlemen, which will what immediately they pay their $10 of registration and authentication of their wallets is worth $10,000. My dear brother, any new person you are bringing in and telling him that you are dashing him, you are giving a gift of $10,000, he will kiss you. He will look at you as a different human being from that day on. So let's get people, let's tell them what TB is all about. Let's make them these gifts of $10,000 in what of cookies or crinkles, 1,250 crinkles, which is what immediately do it $10,000, my dear brothers and sisters. So let's do this small job that we are given. Let's go out and work. Apart from working, those that are already trusted sellers, please start your own broadcast. I've done my little bit by showing how you can get into the bandwagon of becoming a broadcaster, a live streamer on YouTube. Please get on and let's encourage admin, because if we do this, he or she will be encouraged and he will work more. In fact, I don't know how that guy sleeps, you know, because this type of job is happening. It's a normal job. Every minute he's thinking of what to do to improve the situation, to make this dream come true. And he is asking us to assist in helping ourselves. We are helping ourselves. We are not helping the admin at all. We are helping ourselves to see that this dream comes true and we can legally use our currency everywhere in the world, like it's being used in Philippines and in Cameroon and some part of Nigeria. It should go around so that I can quickly order something from America with my TBC. I wouldn't go through the banks who will take commission and steal my money. I do it with my payers, payer to payer. We use our things and do our work and transact, buy and sell and do everything we want to do without anybody dipping his hand into a wallet and taking whatever he likes without consultation. So I think with this now, I should be calling it quits. And I bless all of you and say God bless you and more grace to the elbows of our admin, our leaders, and those working with our admin, because I know they are a team. They are a wonderful team. They are very great. So bless all of you. I'll be on again tomorrow by this time. Please, some of you should look into my broadcast and show me some sign that you're also watching it. Thank you very much. God bless you. Who's on say bye bye to them?
Bye.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bye bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.